In the quest to address customer demand, Samsung has taken all the complaints it received from the Note 5, then later built on the success of the S7 Edge, and combined both to launch its next iteration of tablet killer. The company claims to have reached meaningful progress, but does that mean that it's meaningful to you? I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's find out in our Samsung Galaxy Note 7 review, brought to you by Dbrand. Pocketnow's Galaxy Note 7 coverage is made possible by Dbrand, manufacturer of precision-cut vinyl skins for smartphone, tablets, and other gadgets. Go to dbrand.com/galaxy to pimp out your new Galaxy Note 7. Following the trend that began last year, Samsung has brought all the look and the feel of the S lineup to the Note lineup, though this time with more added kick than just the stylus. This means amazing build quality provided by the 7000 series aluminum trim, but then boosted by Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back instead of the 4 that's brought by its siblings. Instead of launching two phablets like last year, in 2016, the curves found their way back to the Note as an essential part of the gorgeous 5.7-inch Quad HD AMOLED display that brings this phone to life. The device even includes a new MDNIE chip from the Samsung TV business that improves HDR video reproduction where available. And even when it's not, the color reproduction is stunning, and the edge leads to a bezel-less appearance that just makes this phone look surreal. Samsung claims that the contour was specifically made to not affect the Wacom digitizer that enables the S Pen input, and that does hold true. The curves also extend to the back, and the trim is actually less pronounced than that of its siblings, so at times it feels like if you're holding a phone that's fully made of glass, even though that glass is also a fingerprint magnet. Those of you wondering why these curves are essential need to remember just how beefy the Galaxy Note 5 and the Galaxy Note 4 felt in the hand. The new Galaxy Note 7, by contrast, is just as large, but feels far more ergonomic. And the combination of elegant color options, along with the cliquiness of both the buttons and the S Pen, all point to a very premium product in every aspect. Now, where the Note 7 didn't grow to better its siblings is under the hood. We've got the same Snapdragon 820 or Exynos 8890 of the S7 lineup, along with the same 4 gigs of RAM. It also brings the same IP68 water and dust resistance, and even though the battery is comparable at 3500 mAh, it stands between the S7 siblings over a larger chassis, which is just ironic, though fast and wireless charging still made the cut. Improvements come with the new USB-C port, more of a standard, but not really an improvement to the fast charging that's included. The base storage is now 64 gigs and also expandable via microSD, addressing one of the biggest complaints of last year. But the coolest improvement that Samsung clearly perfected is this new iris scanner. The benefits behind this feature were so vast that we had to film a separate video, but let's just say that it's faster to register and unlock the phone than the fingerprint scanner, and it's also ensured to only work for you, as the service only allows one pair of irises. I went to the degree of trying to fool the iris scanner with a video of my eyes and even a photo, and the infrared camera was not fooled at all. So we get why Samsung is telling everyone that this is the new way of mobile secure banking. While some of you might want to stick to the average fingerprint scanner or password, it'll take a day with gloves or wet fingers for you to know just how useful this feature can be. Obviously, this new blend of hardware brings a mix of old and new to the software department. The particular case of the iris scanner enables a new secure folder that allows you to store media and even a separate copy of applications for you to log in separately in a private way. Though this doesn't really limit you to the iris scanner, we do recommend that you use it just to ensure that it's private only to you. Other improvements come from Samsung's new Redefine UX, which has a far more subtle appeal than previous software builds, in addition to smoother transitions that make the experience feel very fluid. Gone is Samsung's focus on replacing icons for text, and instead we find fields for searching just about everything all around the interface. We even notice a new blue light filter for a more delightful experience using the phone at night, and one of the most practical settings menus in the industry. The whole purpose, according to Samsung, is to provide a frictionless experience for the user, and that's the perfect way to describe it. If that user interface is not enough for you, head on over to the theme store, where the approach is far more useful now. Instead of the all or nothing approach of old, you can now select things separately, like for example your own wallpaper, or theme, or icon pack, even though there are more price tags now than there were before. Samsung's Always On display has also grown up to accommodate new designs and colors, and you now have the option to get notification icons for third-party applications, which you can sometimes glance at with a double tap on the display, though that depends if you have the iris scanning feature on or off. Pop out the S Pen and you're greeted by new hardware that's now more precise and feels more natural than ever, even if the software mimics a lot of what you could do last year, save for some bonus added features like GIF or GIF creation, and the fact that the bevy of note-taking applications from the past are now consolidated into one. But this is just another one of those features that required a separate video. Slide from the right and you've got the exact same software features that you found on the S7 Edge, providing quick shortcuts for your favorite applications, contacts, tasks, useful tools, and a bevy of other Edge features that you can install or buy separately. Where the Note 7 proves to be better is that we do notice that there is a degree of palm rejection when using the interface, which is a welcome surprise given how annoying it was to not have this on the Galaxy S7 Edge. And then the same old features that we love from Galaxy phones make a return, like split-screen multitasking ahead of Android Nougat, and Samsung's Game Launcher to also save the day whenever you're playing games without killing things with your navigation keys. And you bet that gameplay is just as blazing as we've come to expect from a Snapdragon 820 processor. Overall, the software experience proves to be an Android power user's dreamboat, so long as you have the time to dig over everything this phone can do. Now, at the event, Samsung claimed that the main selling point for the Galaxy Note 7 was to build a phone that works the way we live. And in that respect, the blend of high-end hardware and productivity software goes very far, but needs may vary. I've used the Galaxy Note since version 2 because the focus does appeal to me personally. Our daily routine involves a lot of content sharing, so for me it's easier to use Smart Capture when I want, instead of taking a full screenshot of things and later having to crop them. Scripting reviews involves a lot of notes and we test products continuously, so it's great to be able to just pull out the S Pen and write a note instead of having to unlock the phone, look for the note-taking application and write things down. At times I need to describe what changes I'd like to make to a scenery, so instead of fumbling with a text description, I'd just rather take a photo and draw over it. I know that some of these features can be achieved with third-party applications on any other phone, but the experience of a phone built around this is far superior. And then there are the things that the Galaxy Note 7 can do that other phones just can't do, like the exclusive secure folder that comes along with the iris scanning features. And of course, there's the fact that you can't really use a notepad when it's wet, and most likely that notepad won't survive, whereas in the Galaxy Note 7 you actually can use the phone when wet, and you can also use the S Pen when wet. And then the cherry topper continues to be the camera. Samsung once again doesn't disappoint. We've got the same optically stabilized 12-megapixel shooter with f1.7 aperture, matched with a 5-megapixel selfie shooter that shares the same aperture. Samsung has also redone the user interface to rely more on swipes than buttons to make quicker interaction. The results are as expected, just stunning. Samsung Galaxy smartphones have taken the cake this year for the best color saturation, deep contrast, amazing low light quality, and great stabilization regardless if it's day or night. Now obviously our own Juan Carlos Bagnell will chime in back very soon with his full camera review, as you'll notice that this saturation can go a little overboard in colors like red, for example. Video recording has also brought the same great stabilization that we love from the Galaxy S7 lineup. And about the only complaint that we have is that even though HDR video is mentioned, well, we can't really find the feature that tells us that HDR video is being recorded. All we know is that it works only in 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now, obviously, not everything is perfect, and there are features that still need some work, like the case of the translator. Usually people need to translate a full block of text, making it easier for you to copy everything to Google Translate instead of going word for word hovering. And then in the case of Samsung Notes, while we do praise this new holistic approach, it would be awesome if these notes would talk to each other between pen input and typing, which currently doesn't happen like we see in Microsoft OneNote. And then there is the biggest caveat of what you'll need in order for a phone to replace a full notepad, and that's endurance. We've tested the Verizon Galaxy Note 7 for a week in New York City, and the results are average, giving us at most 4 hours of screen on time. Now, it could have to do with the fact that the Verizon network is not as powerful in the sector of Queens where I live, where I usually only get around 2 bars of signal at most. A clear example was through call quality, where it was a little spotty every now and then, even though data speeds were average on download, and not that great at all on upload. And then something that was also surprising was a less powerful than expected speaker, which wasn't terrible by any means, but also not as strong as the S7 siblings.
Thank you for your cash. It's time for a showdown.
Again, the word average would be the best way to describe it. Still, for the small list of shortcomings, it's really hard to even consider comparing the Galaxy Note 7 against other smartphones. Sure, a round of comparisons will follow this review, as you know we do, but it's really hard to find another phone with this level of build quality, a camera this great, and a set of software features that can compete. About the only thing that we could say would hold anyone back is the hefty price tag. But then if you compare this phone to an iPhone 6s Plus at 64 gigs, or even the Galaxy S7 Edge, well, let's just say that once you do punch the numbers, you'll notice that the Galaxy Note 7 is on a league of its own, and where we could safely say that you're getting more for your money and the best of the best overall. This video was made possible by dbrand, the boss of vinyl skins for your smartphone, tablet, game console, and more. Whether it's carbon fiber, leather, wood, or concrete, there are dozens of combinations to choose from. For the most precise fit on your new Xbox One S or this new Galaxy Note 7, go to dbrand.com in the links down below. Folks, this is just one of many videos of the Galaxy Note 7. We've got a ton of videos already filmed and more to come, so make sure you follow us on social media. Hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also catch our videos on Vessel, vessel.com/pocketnow, and follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.